Thank you all for tuning in to Mindset of She. I'm your host, Angel Stevenson. I am a wellness mentor and mindset coach. Welcome to my She's and Principles and Thoughts. This is a space of mindfulness, self-awareness, and positivity. Do you allow others to define your relationship? Permitting others to have constant input in your relationship and having second thoughts within yourself and your significant other can cause serious issues and jeopardize everything within your relationship. If you are not confident to make your own decisions, right? What happens if you're not confident to make your own decisions for your mind and your relationship? You are going to continuously seek others' unnecessary input that really that should not have any effect on how you view your significant other. It should be about what matters truly to you and that other person. The intimacy that you guys have with one another, that's what matters, right? So you have to ask yourself, who are you in a relationship with? Who are you doing all of this for and with whom? That's the key right there. It is only yourself and your significant other. So why do you allow others to have a say? That is a question that you should ask yourself. Why is it important to you? Or why does it feel important to you to allow others to define your relationship, to have even so negative effects or negative impacts, negative inputs that doesn't have anything to do with your relationship, but still they emphasize that fact that is the root cause of A and B, whatever may have you. The only two people that are affected by one another is just you two, unless you have children, of course, right? Then all of you guys come together in unity, and that focus is within you guys. Don't let any outside factor have any effect in your home, your family, right? Family as in if you have kids with your spouse or significant other. The focus should be based on your intimate bond between the two of you. Communicating and expressing with one another, right? That is the goal here. That intimate bond that you guys form, that is a bond that no one can interfere with. No one can break you from, you and your significant other from, right? Whatever your issues seem to be, if that is the case, keep it between the two of you and make the decision to see how you guys should confront your issues. If you cannot speak to your lover, your husband, your wife, your partner, if you can't express or truly be a listening ear for that other person, and you constantly seek and have other thoughts or other people's misjudgments within your relationship, that is what you're constantly going to seek. That is going to be what withholds your love, your true companionship to give to your significant being, your spouse. that needs that connection with you, right? Because that's how you guys even formed any type of connection to where you are right now. That's what you have to remember. We can't allow others to simply define or affect our relationship, because are they even in one? You know, you have to ask yourself, what is this person truly offering me? You know, do they have my interests best in their favor? That's a thought that many should really contemplate on. You know, even within my experience, I have been married for 3 years, and I've been with my husband overall 9 years, right? And throughout our relationship, there has been many instances where people try and love to try to emphasize what our relationship means between one another, what he is or isn't doing for me, as if they actually know the truth, as if they are actually here in my body, my feet grounded on the floor, as if it is them walking my shoes with my relationship or my marriage with my husband. And that is not the case. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but many of us do, right? It's inevitable. But there are some insights or some things that just do not need to be said, especially if it is not confirmed. Especially if you are not inviting yourself to someone else's realm or vice versa. If you are not allowing others to have a thought within your relationship, which you should not, their input or whatever they have to say should not matter. It should not have any effect on your relationship, because all it's going to do is possibly tarnish it. And what is the point of that? Who are you seeking advice from? Is it your therapist? Is it someone that is in the caliber of life experiences that is willing to help you? Is it a mentor you're seeking advice from? A counselor, whatever may have you. You have to think about who you are involving in your life and in your relationship with your significant other or your spouse. That intimacy that you have is important, and it's vital, and it's vital that you keep it dear to your heart, close to your heart. Many want that. We all want love. We all want our person, that safety net, right? That we can build and connect with, live and explore life with. That is the whole purpose, to share a life with someone. It's not appealing, it's not fun when, you are living life alone. And, sometimes you have to, in order for you to attract the right people in your circle. We don't go out searching. That's not how we do it. Love can be so beautiful if you genuinely allow it to form the way it should, how it should. It's not something that should be hasty. It's not something that should be rushed, right? That's not it. It's not true if that is the case, is it? Many individuals will always try and play a part in your relationship. Okay? All of their judgments and their comments are futile, annoying, and they are irrelevant. We have to remember that they are irrelevant. They do not matter. When you are sharing sincere moments with your person, when you are in that person's ear or vice versa, in their arms, do you for 1 second think about all of the outside people, outside entities that feel as though that they know what your relationship consists of? You don't think about them because they are not a factor. It's just you and your other person. And that's how it should always be. You can't seek advice or I mean, you can get suggestions, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but also you should be mindful about what you are sharing, what you are allowing the other person to know about your relationship, about yourself, so it's not used against you, right? It's important to ensure the strength you have with one another and not just create a false reality. It just won't work out. You cannot create a false reality. Choose to be unfaithful, and not just cheating on your spouse is considered being unfaithful. Not just allowing yourself to be with someone else other than your significant other counts as being unfaithful. There are so many levels to this, or so many variants rather. And not seeking outside approval is the goal. It is important. Whatever issues, whatever it may be when it comes to that person, to your lover, to your spouse, your partner, that is who you confide in at all times. You keep the strength between the two of you. Whatever disagreements that you guys may have, keep it between you two. That is all. That is it. Figure it out. Do not include your friends, your family members for that matter. Do not include them. They know not what you are going through. They cannot help in this space that you have created with you and this other person. They can't interfere. You cannot allow them to intrude and have any outside effect on your relationship. It will not last. It will constantly deteriorate itself. And especially from within, because you are letting all of these people infiltrate and flux your mind with all of these thoughts, these worries, these woes, these misjudgments, these irrelevant inputs that serve you no purpose, serve you and your significant other no purpose. Family members or friends or any type of being will feel the need to infiltrate. They will. And they will spew up any type of mess that they can create, especially if they are lonely and want what they cannot have. That bond, when you truly create that bond with that other person, it is a strong aura that not only yourself can feel, but your child can feel, can see the love, the health between one another, the intimacy, and not just being sexual with your partner. I'm talking about closeness, okay? It is a bond that you should keep dear to your heart and sacred as well. You can't have your cake and eat it too. No, you cannot. Okay? You know, I've had, especially estranged family members, tell me that my husband was going to do so much harm to myself physically. because of something that they went through personally. Again, projections onto other people. What does that have to do with me? Why do you feel as though, because that's what you went through, I will go through it too? Or you just want me to think that and then look at my husband in a certain way that is not true. You want to misconstrue my thoughts, my interpretations that I have within myself and my husband. But you have to remember to not allow anyone to mess with your mind, mess with your interpretations of your thoughts, of how you perceive your life, your reality, your person. You know him or her. You know what they are going through. You know what they are about. At least you should. You know, we're not saying to jump into any relationship with anyone. That is not the goal here, okay? It's important that you know who you are allowing yourself with. And it's important that you don't invite others to have an effect on your relationship. Even if you didn't even ask for the input, because that is going to happen many times. There are going to be so many people that feel as though that they know what they're talking about. They stand on it. But yet they haven't walked in your shoes to know what they are talking about. Allowing yourself the opportunity to be honest with one another will allow you to seek out who's trying to get you, right? Who's trying to act out of character that is going to hurt the other person. What are their true intentions is what you need to ask yourself, is what you need to keep in the back of your head. Because you can be the one that doubts yourself because of outside effects. You can be the one that lives a life by their lonesome simply because of the effects on others, or the outside effects rather of others on your relationship. This is why it's super important to know and understand who you are involving yourself with. Not just attaching yourself to another being just for the fun of it, right? We're not saying that you can't explore and live life and just do what you want. We're not talking about that here, right? It is important who you commit yourself to. Because the goal should be to be in a true, healthy, happy, loving relationship. Even throughout the bad. Because it gets ugly. If you think a true relationship is always pretty, then you are probably not focused on the right things. That's just what it is. Because not every relationship is ugly, no. But there are times when it's not always pretty. There are times where you are going to say some ill words. You are going to say things that you do not mean. Think things that you don't truly feel. And it's okay. They're called feelings. They're called emotions. You are dealing with another individual, another personality. There are going to be some times where you butt heads. But it's okay. It's normal, right? You guys can find a common ground. You guys can come together and form a situation where there can be clarity and focus, but in a nice, warming environment. It doesn't always have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be volatile. It doesn't have to be aggressive. Learning is just that. You learn as you go, right? You learn more and more about your person, your significant other that you committed yourself with. It's not like, we're here to take the easy road. If that's the case, then why even commit yourself to someone in the first place? You have to know and feel secured with your decisions that you make in this world. For me, when I met my husband, boyfriend at the time, it's not like we just jumped right in. You know, we had our moments where it was just, well, what are we doing? We were taking our time to see where things went. Wanted to just get to know one another, just hang out, be friends. You know, we don't ever have to force a title when you truly don't know if that's what you are to somebody. You know, you can't force love onto someone else. You don't know what that person has been through. You need to allow yourself the time to figure yourself out as well as the other person. You need to know that this is something that you truly want. And this is someone that you truly want to be with, for that matter. Because, I mean, down the line, you are going to find yourself with certain encounters that you didn't agree with, or you didn't hope that can happen, that can hurt the other person. So we have to be mindful. We have to empathize with others' feelings. We have to always keep our person in mind. It's important that we don't allow any type of individual to break a beautiful thing that you have created with someone else. Because there are always, like I've said in the beginning, past episodes, there are always going to be people who feel as though that they know more than you. That you are not deserving of whatever it is that you accomplish and gain in your lifetime. And there are going to be individuals that don't want to see you happy, especially with someone else. No one wants to see another person have love and actually, you know, commit to it and be happy where they are. It's like, no, that's impossible. People truly think that you cannot be happy, especially if they are not happy. People think that you need to be happy with things, material things, and no. It's a bonus, yes, it's like a little cherry on top, but truly, truly, what is important, that is something that only you can answer for yourself. Right. So how do you know you're with your soulmate? How do you know? You know when you know. It's an inkling or deep connection within yourself and your person. It is a strong connection between the two, as if you guys are one. The first step to finding your soulmate is by not searching. You should. How will you know? You can't just go out and search and just look for him. You wouldn't know until you are in that moment, right? You cannot force the unknown, the unforeseen. Can anyone really? No. The first, or rather getting to know yourself entirely, is important. It's vital. Prior to you just, wanting to find love and have that be your goal, your constant goal, or your constant focus. You have to get to know yourself, attract what and who you know by being yourself, taking care of your health and your well-being. That's what we want here. When you are focused insecure in your well-being, your happiness and desires are inevitable. You cannot force what shouldn't be. It will be a constant cycle with mishaps, just like with anything, right? You cannot force. What does that bring? Not continuity. It's just a cycle of mishaps continuously over and over and over again. And we do not want that. So when you start with yourself and you have that person you want to hold on to and live and explore life with, no one else matters. None of their thoughts, advice, inputs should be a factor when it's involving yourself and your person. At all. None of their thoughts, advice, inputs should be a factor. Okay? Make sure you hear that. And that also means that you shouldn't share anything that you yourself wouldn't want anyone talking to anyone or even have the opportunity to contemplate any type of bullshit regarding your business whatsoever. If you and your significant other are going through any type of hardship, deal with it with one another. No one can help save your relationship, okay? But the two of you, because you guys are committed to one another, you know what the other person wants, or you know what to expect out of that other person, right? And they know what to expect out of you, because you guys should have spoken on many occasions. You guys should be able to communicate consistently. That is the only way it will work. It will work. You know what makes the other person happy, sad, or angry. You should know every detail about this person. You should not be committing yourself to any being if it serves you no purpose, no value, if your heart is not in it. If you are in it for the wrong reasons, then you really need to focus on yourself and focus on why you are choosing to allow someone to be constantly ran over or constantly walk upon them without their knowledge of you actually giving an actual fuck about them. If your heart is not in it, then what are you doing? You know, you need to ask yourself that. Why are you wasting your time? And why are you wasting this other person's time? Now you are creating or inflicting issues within this person or upon this person that they are going to have to deal with moving on from this relationship that serves you guys no purpose. You are gonna create issues for yourself and someone else that is not necessary, that can be avoidable had you have worked on yourself and focused on yourself and stayed true to yourself and whatever wishes or desires that you have or want out of life. You should know every detail about the person and feel completely safe with the person you are committing yourself to. Don't let others have an impact on your life decisions or your choices, let alone your relationship with the one person that will always love you and have your back. I'm not saying to not connect with other people, but what I'm saying is that family members nor friends or any type of individual should be granted any part of your sacredness with your entire individuality or your life with your person. Keep that dear to you. They shouldn't be able to know about that. They shouldn't be able to detect your significant other's sexual capabilities, their likes and their dislikes, their whatever draws them crazy, whatever drives them crazy, whatever negative or even positive. I mean, keep your relationship there to you. I'm not saying to not be a person or not connect with the outside world or other people for that matter, or people that you both have similar interests with. I'm saying keep your relationship private between the two of you. That is how you guys win. That is how you guys survive. And if you guys cannot come to a common ground on a topic or whatever the situation may be, then seek professional help. If you guys cannot communicate with one another, do not include individuals that don't have any positive experience when it comes to your relationship with your person. The goal is to be in a healthy, loving relationship with someone who you can trust and give your all to. And if you are constantly trusting outside factors, then why are you committed to that individual? You should know and have all the answers for and within yourself, right? So that is something that we have to remember here. We have to remember to not break and not allow others to let you break. And also to never expose your significant other's weaknesses. That probably will come back to bite you in the ass because someone has this information about you and or your spouse because you allow them to. You know, it's important even before you involve yourself with someone that you are fully self-aware within yourself, within your mind, within your being, because then that person can't even break you. No one can alter your mindset. Don't allow them to. And if you are with an individual that is constantly trying to manipulate you or make you feel as if you are a victim, you need to reevaluate who you are sharing your life with, who you are permitting your being with. There should not be any situation or encounter where they constantly make you feel like you are a bad person. It clearly showcases that they need to focus within themselves, that they should not even be in a relationship with you. There are things that this person or individual has not faced or confronted. And I personally believe that you should not invite yourself or commit yourself to someone else if you are not fully ready. So it comes back to you being honest with yourself. And what are you trying to get out of this person? What do you want from them? You have to be fully aware and secured with your mind and not let any outside entity, any outside input from anyone affect you, affect your thoughts when it comes to your relationship or any part of you for that matter. Keep it private, keep it to yourself. And if you need personal help or relationship help, seek it professionally by people who actually want to help you and want you to succeed in every aspect of your life, because we all deserve love, we all deserve happiness, we all deserve wealth, we deserve an abundance of it all. There's like we only live once. What is the point to constantly feel like you have to compete with someone? It serves you no purpose. It serves you no value. Let it go. Learn from your experiences. That's what you have to do. When you give your relationship or marriage the respect and attention it deserves, and include any outside factors. Actually, no. When you don't include any outside factors, the two of you are able to form a common ground and can communicate and continue to love one another continuously, regardless of what life has to offer. That is beautiful right there. Because if you can't go through something in life that is difficult and challenging with your significant other, that's a moment where you get to see the truth. Fight or flight, when you have absolutely nothing but the two of you. That is the ultimate test right there. That allows you to know who you are truly dealing with. When you are stripped from all of your comforts, everything that you are used to, and you guys have to find a way to come together, not bombard each other with negativity, but positivity, and build one another up, that's everything. And that's a bond, that's an intimacy that no one can take from you. When people see that, they envy it, and they will try to take as much as they can away from you. So when I say that you need to make sure you are fully whole and know who you are involving yourself with, I mean it. Because if I can't survive a storm with you, then I really need to reevaluate who or what type of individuals I look for in my significant other. And then really I need to focus on myself and see where I am, where I can't communicate or express or just simply be with another person. Maybe it just needs to start with yourself, because that's how it starts. Every once in a while, we all have to go through our situations for us to figure things out. We can't stray, we can't run away, we cannot simply ignore. And that is with every aspect, even your relationship. Things happen, life happens, and we cannot let that interfere or get in the way of the big picture. Remember who you are involving yourself with. Remember who you are. And of course, should you need any guidance or any advice, any mentorship, I am here to help you. I am here to help guide you onto your path to she. Discover and embark on your path to she, so you can continuously hone your she presence, even with your loved one, even with your partner, even with who you actually commit yourself to or actually want to commit yourself to. Or if you would like to attract that positive energy within yourself, I have implemented key components to hold yourself accountable in every aspect of your life so you can receive an abundance of such. She is Balance, She is She, daily reminder checklist. It is now on my website for you to retrieve. I will be leaving information in the show notes on how you can retrieve such. It is important that we take advantage of securing our well-being. That way not anyone can alter or have our minds be faltered, our thoughts, our perceptions, and especially when it comes to committing ourselves to another individual, to our lovers, our person. Holding and protecting that sacredness is truly important. And it's a beautiful thing when you guys have that strong bond and know when or who is trying to interfere and deteriorate what you guys have created between the two. So I want to thank you all for tuning in with me today. Your host, Angel Stevenson. Please feel free to contact me should you have any inquiries. If you would like to schedule a consultation, if you would like to live and maintain a healthy lifestyle, if you feel as though you are focused on instability and just want to have a balanced mind or feel grounded within yourself, I am here to help. I am here to assist. I'm here to guide you onto the right direction. So please connect with me on social media. Facebook at BeautyInShe, Facebook group Healing Beauties of She. The intent is to uplift, motivate, learn from one another, right? Inspire each other and grow in a positive situation. I feel as though if you surround yourself around positive energy with like-minded people, nothing but goodness can come out of that. So please go ahead, join our Facebook group community, Healing Beauties of She. Also on Instagram at beauty.in.she and also on Twitter at BeautyInShe. Please make sure to visit my website, BeautyInShe-wellness.com. Please check out our weekly blogs pertaining to motivation and wellness. Okay, make sure you subscribe to receive updates or whatever may have you. Again, please also, if you have any questions or would like to leave a review, if this episode has resonated with you in any way, I would love to hear your feedback, or if there are any topics that you guys would like me to touch base on or go fully in depth with, please let me know. Also, tune in for next week's episode, next Wednesday at 5 a.m. PST. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to Mindset of She today. Stay blessed.